Either Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed at the channel where we usually work with the energy of the moon. But for the monthlies, I like to use all the personal planets. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Mother Earth, and of course the moon. So we're going to go ahead and get into that. I started by trying to get into your energy, and I saw a Black Panther in the jungle at night. Mostly I saw your green eyes. And working your way through the bush, stalking slowly and hunting. You were hunting. And then I heard that song, I think it's by a survivor. It's called The Eye of the Tiger. I will find the lyrics and put that below. But I was like, wow. Okay, so you're in a situation where you're in stealth mode. You have a goal. You have a goal. I don't know what the goal is. Hopefully you know what the goal is, because it seemed like you knew what the goal was. And you are being stealthy about it. Maybe you don't want everybody to know everything. Because the fact that it was a Black Panther in the dark of night, you're really blending in. You're hiding your movements. So I thought, well, that's interesting. Especially because of some of your readings from last month. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started here. I do want to ask you to help balance the energy of my efforts in creating. I create 24 videos a week. So if you could help me out by just hitting the thumbs up or leaving me a comment so that I can help grow my channel, I'd really appreciate your help in that. It really means so much when you do that. My little flashlight, because I'm reading stuff today, and oh my gosh, my eyes are tired. So, ooh. Nice. You have the Six of Swords. This is healing energy. It's a flying squirrel. You know, it's like you're navigating from one tree to the other, and those swords are stuck in there, and you actually kind of have to dodge them as you work your way through. And I really feel like I want to see what the book has to say about this. I love this deck. It's got the coolest things. So it says, movement of any kind is a risk. Oh, that's like you stalking through the jungle at night. Moving of any kind is a risk, but then again, not moving can also be just as dangerous. Trying to stay where you are no longer feels safe and secure and won't serve you. You have outgrown your own old self, and it is now time to say goodbye once and for all. Oh, say goodbye once and for all. No one can say any of this would be easy, but at least for now, you don't have to do anything other than glide on the wind current of inevitable change. Ooh. Change is afoot. But I could tell you were done and you were moving on. That was so obvious. I saw that. That was all over the place. And I don't know what the situation is, but whatever it was, it became intolerable for you to stay there any longer. And you're like, I am done. I am out of here. I am not doing this anymore. Whatever this was. So let's start with the sun. The sun is in Taurus from April 20th until May 20th. And then it moves into Gemini at like 12 something a.m. on the 21st. So all day on the 21st, pretty much. And for you, that would be in your, Taurus is your 10th house, and Gemini is your 11th house. So the 10th house is 10th house, career, authority, father figure. And you're moving into groups and group activities and your public persona of how people see you. And the sun is asking you to be grateful. And when you're listening to me or any other reader, I think it's a really good idea to try to keep a little journal, jot stuff down that makes sense to you, and then you can journal on it later and flesh it out so that you really understand things. But that's why I've been trying to read the little affirmations, because I think they would be very helpful for you. And it says, this is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful. This is a glorious time to be alive, and I am so grateful. And I think that the sun is asking you to be glad of the change. You may not have wanted the change, you may have resisted the change, but I think it's gotten to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, I just can't wait for this change to finally take place and happen and be completed. And so, yes, I think you're in stealth mode, but you're on the move. You're on the move, because where you've been is not where you want to be anymore. And so you're on the move. Okay, so let's see here. Mercury. Mercury, yay, is direct. April 17th went direct into, when it moved into Aries, and then 2 weeks later moves into Taurus on May 6th. And so it goes from your house of travel and long distance, and long distance travel, sorry, and higher learning and knowledge and research and communication with spirit, to your 10th house of career and authority figures and father figures, and then into your 11th house on the 21st of May, when the sun moves into Gemini. Mercury also moves into Gemini, and so they're just kind of going through this. They'll be caught up with each other, and they'll end up at some point during that day and you're being asked to use so how do I put this? So with the sun and Mercury together, that is going to be like illuminating the truth in conversations, I believe. And you're going to be asked to be very discerning at that time. What is truth and what is not? I think this whole month, you really need to be paying attention to what is truth and what is not. And if you're not really sure, I think that when that conjunction happens on May 21st, a light bulb might go off and you're like, aha, I know what is true now. Okay, so you have, all in all is not what it seems. Stay true to your feelings, to your knowings. Keep your dreams a secret. And so that's you, stealthy, moving through the jungle, keeping your movements to yourself. That would be your dreams, but being really aware that in the moonlight, like it was, not everything is visible. Not everything is reality. Some of it's illusion. Shadows look like one thing and they end up being another thing. And so what is truth? What is the next best move? How do you glide from one tree to the other with those swords there without getting hurt? So I think there's a lot of that going on this month. A lot of being grateful that change is coming, change is happening, it needed to happen, but being very discerning about your moves at this time, being stealthy, being a little self-protective while you go through this healing process and through this change. Venus is in Aries right now and moves into Taurus on May 15th. And so again, we're moving from that 9th house of higher knowledge, higher learning into your 10th house of career. And so I feel like there's a lot of stuff maybe going on with your career. So maybe you're changing jobs. Maybe that's what you were fed up with. Maybe you're changing the way you do your job. Maybe you're in sales and you're quietly dropping some people from your sales route because you just don't enjoy working with them anymore. Maybe, you're getting a promotion, but it's kind of on the down low. Maybe you're out job hunting and you don't want anyone to know yet, keeping your secrets to yourself, but being grateful for the fact that there's opportunities and other ways for you to go. And I do feel like some of this has a lot to do with career and making changes like that. And so Venus, who rules financial abundance, self-esteem, self-value, self-worth. So what are you worthy of? Financially speaking, what are you worthy of as a person? And those are the kind of things that are going to be here. Okay, so you have a new idea. Oh my gosh, with the lighting today. Your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. And so talk about being divinely guided as you glide from one tree to the other. You better hope that that's all working that way too. You also have peer pressure, which, considering that 11th house would be when, let's see, your 11th house is, well, Venus doesn't get into your 11th house. So that's interesting. Aries does, but Venus doesn't. But anyways, it says peer pressure. Don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know what is in your heart, what is the right choice. So that's part of that discernment too. Staying true to what you know, what you believe, what's true for you. What is your truth? Stand up for yourself. Leo, you know how to do that. I don't even want to talk about it, like give you a lecture on it. I totally know you know how to do that, so I won't. We'll spare us all that time. Okay, so Mars is in Gemini right now, but on May 15th, when Venus moves into Taurus, okay, so Venus is in Aries and moves into Taurus. Venus is in a fire sign and moving into an earth sign. Mars is in a air sign moving into a water sign. So the communication between them is still good. Taking your ideas about what is important to you, what do you believe in, what do you want for yourself, that's the stuff you get from Venus, is in really good communication for the entire month with with Mars, the action planet. And so I think a lot of things are going to fall into place as if by magic. I think that if you get in the flow and you glide with it, things will just fall into place. But I do think there's some discernment about what's true and what's not, and definitely keeping some secrets to yourself is going to be important. Oh, but you are on the move. You are on the move. You are moving forward. You are taking what's important to you and you are going forward. Those barn swallows represent spirit, and spirit's it's helping you carry the load. In fact, oh, that's a light shining ahead. Okay. Oh yeah, spirit is all about this. You are being divinely guided to the place that you are going. That's so nice. That is so nice. That is so nice. All right, so the Earth. Let's see what Mother Earth wants to add to the conversation here. Wow, that is really lovely. And it kind of looks like you're moving home. Like that looks like a... It's so funny because she kind of looks like an aviator with her wings, but she's carrying a ship, which looks like a home to me. Ships usually they ride on emotional waters, right? But they're riding on the air. And so I think that is heading in the right direction, being divinely guided, and not being caught up in the emotions of everything. Like just being very clear-headed about where you're going and what you're doing. And so this deck called to me, literally. I saw it in my head, and I'm like, ooh, I don't even know for sure where that is. I had to go looking for it. It really wanted to show up for the readings today. And so I don't actually that's why I had the flashlight out so I could read those. But apparently it's come in handy for a few things. But this is the Montezuma tree. That's just cool. I don't know if you can see down at the bottom, the little dude sitting there. See? Very cool tree. And this one is the Sugi or Sugi or don't know. So sorry. Anyone who knows is probably laughing at me. Glad that I can help you enjoy your day a little more. If you want to put into the comment section phonetically how you would pronounce that would be great. So the Montezuma Cypress says, are you feeling bogged down by worries and difficulties? Learn to focus your attention on what's most important to you in the situation and don't dilute your power by concentrating on trivial matters. And so that made me think of this. She is focused on that narrow light. See that light hanging off the bow, pointing the way? It's definitely narrowing the way that she can see to move forward. So focusing, being really focused right now, being discerning, not getting caught up in the bowl. Okay, and then the other one is someone's behavior is troubling you. Perhaps you feel that they should be behaving differently or that you don't understand their motives. Try to rise above these difficulties to see their true spiritual nature instead. And that's discernment. That's discernment. I also kind of feel like that's like learning to, when you understand why people do the things they do, it's a lot easier to forgive them. And so when you're moving forward, you're not carrying anger with you. You don't have to like the way someone's acting. You don't have to accept that as behavior that you accept in your life. But maybe if you understand why it is they do the stuff they do, you can be a little more kind about it. I think you were the ones that I said when you leave, try to not throw Molotov cocktails behind you. Oh, it was burning the village. That was it. Yes, I think it was you. I think it was you. No raising of the village. Okay, so the moon. We have a new moon in Taurus on May 4th and the full moon in Scorpio on May 18th. But I just wanted some overall guidance from the moon for the month because we are, after all, moon directed. And I wanted to do that. And so I shall. Oh, hold your vision. Hold your vision. See how she is fixated on what is directly ahead of her, using that narrow little beam of light to guide her. It says hold your vision. So, yes, be discerning about who you tell. Be discerning about the steps you take. Remember to be grateful for the people in your life that you care about. Don't succumb to peer pressure. You do what's right for you. People don't have to like the choices you make. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and you're entitled to not listen. Just saying. You can hear them out. I think it's polite depending on who the person is. But know your own heart. Hold your vision. Stride forward with confidence. Actually, no. Move forward in a very focused manner, but I think stay stealthy this month. Be stealthy. Yeah. Okay. You have two. You have, of course you do. I think you got this before. Leopard skin jasper. I swear when I did these last month, you got this. So this is something you would write down in your journal, right? I observe my surroundings and know I am divinely guided. Right? Stealth movements and divinely guided. I observe my surroundings and know that I am divinely guided. You are discerning and you are divinely guided. And you also have hematite. It is easy for me to quiet my mind and maintain an awareness. That's the awareness around you, right? I can find inner peace. So be the eye of the storm. This is a very healing crystal. It's shiny and it's like solid mercury looking is what it looks like. Very silver and shiny. So it is easy for me to quiet my mind and maintain my awareness. I can find inner peace. I observe my surroundings. That's at maintaining an awareness. And I am divinely guided. So if you stay peaceful inside, it's a lot easier for you to hear spirit, right? And what they're doing. It seems like a very cohesive message for you. So you're moving forward. And you are divinely guided. And you don't need to tell everybody everything that you're doing. So, all right. Okay. I will put the lyrics below, though. It's a good fight song. All right. I will see you guys back here for the weeklies. Take care of yourself, Leo. I think you are, though. I think you are. We'll talk soon.